Okay, so I think we have one demonstration planned for today on our agenda, but first of all, guys, if you would like to show your pull request or demo anything, or if you want to bring up any question, you have an opportunity to do this right now.
Maybe I can start with the legendary stop module and this error saving images. So really, guys, it's like a ghost problem. Now I have two laptops and with the same setup. And on one laptop, this problem cannot be reproduced, but another one I can reproduce it. And the error just relates, and the error is pretty simple. So my Magento installation, I don't know, just not able to get the content from the image. I mean that the fopen function, or just fopen function cannot read the file. Yeah, it's like very, very strange. But I'm working on this.
That's actually very cool that you can reproduce it on one of your laptops. That the first thing that came to my mind would be, can you send me the laptop so that I can debug it on that one. But yeah, the thing what we are looking for is actually what is the error, like why it cannot retrieve the contents from the file. I added, there is a comment on the pull request, right?
Yeah.
Where I specified where exactly you can catch this error and see the details. Have you managed to do this?
Yeah, and I also tried to add some debug message, which should help us to analyze why we can reproduce this error on the Magento test environment. But I understood that this the error we already see on the Allura screenshot is completely what we get from the place you mentioned. So you are not able just to open the stream, and that's all. Why?
So
I don't know.
What is the error? If you know, just share it with us.
You are not able. The fopen just failed, and you are not able to open the stream to the file, and that's all.
No, there should be a bit more. That's what we are getting, but in the debug mode you will be able to see the reason why.
Okay, I will send you the debug trace, and maybe this can highlight something for us. But I have one question, or maybe request. I know that we have to use the HTTP interface and HTTP driver. I mean, just HTTP driver interface. Sorry, just the end of the day, a little bit harder to concentrate. But may we have a discussion in future, and where you can explain me why we're not able to use the file system driver. I know that. This is completely another protocol, and we should be as much closer as possible to the things we use in the real life. But I would really appreciate it if you explain me one more time.
There is not too much to explain. That's what you just said right now.
Okay. Okay. Then just ignore it. Yeah, so maybe that's all about the stuff. So I continue my odyssey to resolve this issue. Hope that the solution will be soon. I also decided to ask for help some of our contributors, and maybe we will have a brainstorm about this problem. And when you have 2 or maybe 3 heads, it's much better than one. So this top issue is the next topic in our internal discussion with the team.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah, that's all from my side. And also I updated the pull request with the error message, which we previously get when we close the sign-in window. Yeah, I saw your comment yesterday, implemented changes, and asked for review.
Oh, okay. Yeah, thanks for that. Actually, straight away, I think we should, like, we are returning the error that the authentication window was closed, and that is okay from my point of view. The thing is that we shouldn't display this error.
Yeah, but
So probably
it's
the
okay.
fix should be where in the place where we are displaying the error, not exactly in the model level in the action, right?
Sorry, I didn't get.
So internally, you're trying to remove the error from the implementation, from the action, but having the error in the code would be maybe useful for some developers. I mean, if we don't want to display it, then let's eliminate the displaying of the error, not the error itself.
You mean that we should left the promise reject with a new error object like it is right now, but we shouldn't show this error in another place, right?
Yeah, so the issue that we are trying to resolve is that we don't want to display the useless pop-up for the user, right?
Right.
So let's just not display the pop-up and not touch the implementation. I mean, we don't need to fix the implementation to not to display the pop-up. Let's just not display the pop-up.
Okay, let me just check the pull request and I will ask question if I will have. Yeah.
Can I have one question? There is one more bug in this, if you look at the issue which was mentioned on this pull request, there is this image model is not a function. That because there is no image model, so it's also like must be fixed or remove it or display it like a message in the grid.
Yeah, because we return just an error object to the place where we are expected to see the image model, right?
Yeah, because the image model, there is like, if there any fails, if the promise like catch any fails, it pushes the message to the image model messages component instead of, and this listens actions like displayed in the media gallery grid, so we will never see this error because it will be displayed on the image model on the Adobe Stock grid.
Yeah, indeed. So let me just change the pull request implementation and I will ask you for review.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Good. Anybody else? Anything else?
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can show my pull request for past week. I will share my screen now. Okay. I hope everybody is able to see my screen. Yeah, so the first pull request is regarding the image name is saved without any text. Like if the image file doesn't have any text and if you try to save, it doesn't give any validation error and it's just save an empty field as a null. So I just only added a simple validation, and here is the implementation. I just added only a image validation included the image validation, and just added a condition to check if the form is valid or not. If it's valid, then it will save the detail. Otherwise, it will show the error that this field is required. And another changes I've made is the data validate, in which I just added a required true field for the name for the image title. And another pull request is regarding the improvements. First one is the adding the file name in the image detail page. Basically, initially that the file name is not present in the image detail page, so I just added a file name here and just that. And another is the simple rename of the name field into a title, which is also simple. And here is the implementation. This is the implementation of the file name path. Like here for this one, file name is not in the image detail page, which I have added using just that image and just get path. In the image data we are getting the path, we are just fetch that and displayed here in the data bind as a text. And another one is just a simple one, which is just change the name into a title. Sorry, I am not able to show the demo right now because my local instance having some issues. So maybe next time. So that's it.
Good. Thank you, Shankar. Nice improvements.
Thanks.
Okay. Somebody told me that Nazar would like to demo something interesting today.
Yeah, why not? So let me share my screen. Yeah, are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
So the first thing is I want to demonstrate is the mass action mode for the new media gallery. It was already merged. So basically, we have one button now, delete images. When we click on that button, we activate like mass action mode. There is no any like other section like view details on 3 dots. And there is only checkboxes to the select items, images to delete, and there is like count which images you are selected, and the one button for like delete batches which you was selected. And also when we click to delete selected, it like count, and if the images was used in category or product, it also displays that this images is used in count of categories or product or something like that. And also like displays a warning that you really want to delete. And when you click to delete, it like says that assets have been successfully deleted. And yeah, probably that's it for mass action mode. And another like pull request is the asset filter. I implemented this filter for all grids that we support. It's like categories, products, page and blocks as well. This one because I tested some issues with long name categories, so it can be ignored. There is the asset filter. This is basically a UI select component of Magento. So when you type like image title, it sends request to get images from the service which retrieves the assets. To do this functionality, because we have only like services to get assets by ID or by path, and we are not able to like search assets. So I was introduced the service search assets service, which works with search criteria. So it's like accept the search criteria, parse it, and return the assets search result interface. And it works as the media gallery assets table like have no any resource model or model, so I created a custom parser for the search criteria, It works the same as like for search criteria. It's like convert the search criteria to the SQL string, and for that we can retrieve like this result. So like we can get some image, this one, apply this filter, and we will see the category where the image is used. So the same behavior will be to the products grid as well, and the other page blocks. Yeah, probably that's it.
Cool, very nice.
I have a
Just
question.
four
Yeah,
cool
sure.
features there. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I have a question regarding the first pull request, like which is the mass delete one. I think we can improve the messages in which the asset has been deleted. We can also add the number of the assets which has been deleted. Like if like in the delete pop-up box, you showed that there is like number of images of 4 are deleted, and the same should be in the delete message, I guess. So what's
Yeah,
your thought about that?
yeah, sure. Why not? We can like add the which count of images was deleted. So that's not.
Yeah.
That's,
Okay, thanks. And another one is the UI component which you have added for the asset. Is it in the Magento, or you have created that UI component?
no, that's base select component like
Oh,
UI select. Yeah, you can see
yeah.
you can
Okay.
like introduce it in the UI XML listing and use it as other
Oh,
components.
okay. Thanks. I thought that you might have introduced, and I missed that meeting. Okay. Thanks.
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah, thanks, Shankar. Nice suggestion. Would you like to create an issue for that idea in the
Yeah,
repository
sure.
this way? Thank you.
Yeah, sure. I will create an issue.
Thanks very much. Yeah, 4 cool solid features there, Nazar. Mass action mode for media gallery, the search service, like the pioneering in parsing search criteria without collection processor there. Category grid that Magento have never seen, and the asset filter. Great. Anything else we'd like to discuss today?
Maybe I can share the implementation for the get asset ID by content field implementation that is in progress, but I think we can share that.
Oh, it's almost done. Yeah, go ahead,
Yeah.
Gabriel.
Yeah, cool. Let me share my screen. Okay, so I'm just gonna introduce very quickly what was the problem here that we tried to solve. There are two tasks here, which is to introduce enable filter on media gallery and introduce the start view filter on media gallery. They are quite similar, and the challenges are also very similar here. We basically had to create a filter that will filter assets, but from conditions that will be applied on content. So, for example, enable filter, when you filter by enable or disabled, you are actually filtering by the content status, not the asset status. So, and same thing here on start view. And there's one more challenge here in start views, which is some entities like products and categories, they are not directly assigned to start view. Products are assigned to websites, and categories are assigned to store. And then we have blocks and pages that are assigned to start views. So we had to create like a flexible structure that will allow different implementations. for this, and also allow as an extension point if another content, another entity is introduced to the media content module, so people will be allowed to use this feature and add their implementation there as well. So in order to fulfill the filter need, we created a new interface. It's get asset IDs by content field. So basically, we are returning asset IDs on a condition which is a content field. And the actual implementations for this at this point are on media content catalog and media content CMS, and also media content because we have actions on the game. Yeah. So very quickly, as I said, there are two filters that have to be done here. It's by status and by store view. So to achieve the goal with status for catalog and products, they are both EAV entities, and both of that information is on EAV attributes. So we created an implementation of the get asset IDs by content field interface for EAV content field. So by DI.XML, we can inject the parameters here, and we work for catalog, for product and category to find the status or any other EAV attribute that we are looking for. As far as store implementation, because as I said, category is assigned to store and product to website, we had to create different implementations. But all of them have the same behavior, which is receive the field, the value, and returns an array. As far as for CMS, same situation here. Store and pay for pages and blocks, the store implementation are a little bit different, so we have to separate those. And content field for status is using this implementation. So, and then to wrap it up very quickly, to not get too long, we have a composite class that we inject all the class from the other modules, and that is going to be used on the implementation of the filter, which is not done yet. I just created very quickly example to show, but essentially what it does, the filter uses the interface, which receives the composite, and then it just filters by the field and gets as a result, it gets the IDs, and then it filter by the table IDs. That's pretty much it. So like a demo of that would be like we can filter by, I don't know, status, and it looks at as I said, it looks at the status of the content that's being used. Go, and then you can drill down and filter by, I don't know, star view. So and it just drills down. So in the end, we are searching by IDs for these filters, but there's this extension point where we allow other contents to be introduced, and then if your content has status or is assigned to star view, you can introduce to these filters, or you can even create your own filter by another type of field. I don't know if you want to filter by, I don't know, color or something like that, for example, if content has color. That's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, happy to talk about it.
Very good implementation, Gabriel. Sophisticated,
Thanks.
but I guess it's easy to use as a client from the DI configuration.
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. So I guess if there are no other questions, we can call it a public meeting. And see you next week, guys. Thanks for your participation. Thanks for your contribution to the project. And have a nice week.
Have a nice week. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.